All right, so I am going to be talking. I am going to be talking about the Seller Center on TikTok. All right. But for those of you that are not going to be doing that, don't stress. I'm also going to be talking about how to find images of products. If you want to make graphics, if you want to do things like that, I'm going to be talking about that too. So you will be able to find little nuggets from this that you will be able to use in your business, even if you're not doing TikTok. Okay. So, so just bear with me. Just think about ways that you can, and also, you know what, when it comes to training like this, it's one of those things that you just kind of store in your brain for later. And later something happens and you're just kind of like, oh, I remember when she did this training, it was something kind of like this. And now this somehow is relevant to you in one way, shape, or form. All right. So this is the Seller Center for TikTok, right? So this is Jenny's Seller Center. She signed up to do a TikTok shop, so she's already done that part. So when you sign up for a TikTok shop, you do have to verify that you are a human being. It sounds ridiculous, but you got to do it. And sometimes you have to do things like send them a bill with your address. Sometimes you have to give them you always have to do driver's license. Sometimes you have to do a selfie. They ask for a selfie to see that you are a human and your picture matches your driver's license. It's a real deal. Okay. So it just depends. Some people have to do more, some people have to do less. And I think that's a random thing. It's not like, oh, your name looks weird, so maybe you're not real. It looks like a bot. I don't know. But anyway, so she did all the steps. She's been approved. Okay. So this is her Seller Center, right?
We know Jenny.
So good job, Jenny. You're human. Fantastic.
It was the selfie and the license thing.
There you go.
The utility bill would have been a rough bill.
So there's a lot to look at back here, and there's a lot of cool things. But down here at the bottom, there's actually the academy, right? So this is all training from TikTok. Okay. This is all training from TikTok that you can go through these trainings. It'll show you all these different things to do, right? And so go through this training, right? Go through this stuff. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but where do you find this seller shop thing?
This is after you make a TikTok shop.
You're in
Like once
TikTok.
you sign
I'm in
up for it,
TikTok.
but you have to sign up for a TikTok shop.
How do you do that?
So you have to go through the process of signing up for a TikTok shop. I
I
talked about
think
Make
what
an
I mean
account
is, do you
first, right?
type in like TikTok shop search, or how do you?
How do you
it?
So
do you do it in TikTok?
Okay, so we talked about this yesterday,
Sorry.
but I'm not
Oh,
going to
sorry.
do that part
No, we want
because
you to explain it for
right because it varies for people and there's things that you have to do. So, but what you do is if you want to do, I'm not sure what the words are, so let's just look at them together. So let's Google it because this is how I do things. Okay, so we're gonna do sign up for shop. See what happens.
every other.
There we go.
question I ask
TikTok
my
for
daughter.
business.
Oh, she
You
said,
get started.
Google it, Mom. Google.
There we go.
Okay.
And this is where you go. Okay, so
Thank
you go here and then you hit start now. Yeah, it's okay. But go here and click start, get started or whatever, start now.
Okay.
And it'll start walking you through the steps, right? The big thing is when you're signing up for it, you are not a corporation. When it asks you, like, if you're a business, you're actually not a business, okay? They're talking about if you're Tupperware, okay? And you're not. You're Ellen Lewis or you're Jennifer Chino, okay? If you have an LLC and you want to do it that way, I don't know anything about how to do that, so you're really gonna have to do some Googling. Okay, so but you can do something like that if you are an LLC, okay? But I don't know anything about that. So see, it already kind of like I don't know what's happening right now, so I'm not gonna even get that. All right, so but yeah, so you go through the steps there and it'll ask you, are you in the US? Where are you in the world? And it'll start asking you, prompting you all the questions. Okay. And then it takes a couple days for them to like approve stuff and come back to you and all of that. Okay. Once you go through all of that, this is where you're gonna end up, right? And so this is the Seller Center. And so it has the Seller Academy down here, which is how you can learn how to do the different things, right? And so you can go in here, you can do searches on the different things that you want to learn. It's very much so like our back office. It's like our knowledge center, right? So it has lots of different training in here. So you can go through all of that kind of stuff. We're not going to go into that because that's stuff that you guys can kind of click on and do stuff. The big thing I wanted to show today was I wanted to show about adding products, right? So adding listings. So once you get started, as you're learning stuff, you can go ahead and still, you can be creating listings before you're going live. You can be creating listings as you're learning the ropes, as you're figuring things out, because your listings will kind of just go out there. Okay. So, so that's a good thing to do. Is just try to do a couple listings a day. You know, if you've got product to sell, you have stock, you have things like that. You can just go ahead and start creating listings. So you can just right here, you can hit add products. This is on the home page for Jenny because it's telling her, okay, you already did this, check. You already did this, check. So now the next prompt that she needs to do is add product. Now, if that wasn't here, once we do this, I don't know if that's going to be here on the homepage next time. So what she would do is just go to products over here on the side and click on that. So we're pretending that's not there. And so then we'll just go to, so she has nothing listed here because she doesn't have anything listed. And then we're just going to go to add new product. There's so many freaking pop-ups. You just can't deal with it. Just say, got it. Okay, just thank you. Yeah, I know. They're just all over. There's always stuff popping up. So we're just gonna add new product, right? So right here for add new product, it's gonna say, it's telling me the dimensions that it wants. So you can crop pictures to those dimensions. I really don't know how to do that. So I throw it into Canva and I put those dimensions in Canva and I just resize it because that's easier for me. So, and that's something you can do in the, oh wait. Hold on. I hate the screen sharing stuff at the top because it comes down and then I can't get to where I need to go. All right, there we go. So I already have Canva pulled up, right? So I have Canva pulled up and this is stuff you can do, I believe, in the free version of Canva. You can just go in, we're gonna go into create. And then I'm gonna make a custom size. I just went down custom size and right there on the listing, you remember it saw it, we need 600 by 600 px. So I'm just putting in 600 by 600 px.
What's pixels?
Pixels.
Thank you.
I didn't
Means
need to,
nothing.
yeah, seriously, like, I love that you asked that question. To me, px is px. I don't even know what it means. I just go with it, right? They said px, I got px right here. Sweet. So this is the size that I need, right? So this is the size I need. So this is perfect. So I looked down on the rack down there for the products that she has down there, and so we're gonna do there's like a 3-piece sensor set, and I believe that that's in stock on the website. Yes, no. So here's how So here's how I'm gonna find my images. This is the first way. This is the easiest way to find images. So this is the first thing I'm gonna try and do. So if you have current products, the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna go to Tupperware's website because their images are easy, they're clean, they're great images. Right? So I'm gonna take them right from Tupperware, right? They paid somebody professionally to take these images. Why would I reinvent the wheel? Right? So let's see. What do we got? There's Venture. I grabbed a couple things, so I was like, I didn't know what was on the website. Let's see what they have for Venture. The Venture. Yeah, that's what I've got. We got that down there. So we're gonna grab these. So sometimes they keep changing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna grab this image. Oh, okay, this is on a Mac. I don't know what PCs do, so you guys are on your own.
We
All right.
copy paste.
Okay, so so I'm gonna drag this down because that's what I can do. All right, I'm gonna move these aside. I'm gonna minimize that because it's gonna keep popping up on me. And I'm gonna grab another image. Come on, come on.
I was gonna say, do you want a white background or do you?
You just wait for this.
Okay.
You can do a white background, you can ask that, and I can do that in Canva, okay? So if I want a white background, I can do a white background, but I do want some varied pictures, so I'm literally gonna just use theirs, right? The only thing I can't use from Tupperware is that I found out the hard way through violations, is I cannot use Tupperware's cute little videos, so don't do that, all right? No, that's not video.
Under, can't use Tupperwares.
I can't use their little videos. So sometimes they have the little cute little videos at the bottom in our listings, and it's like utensils, and they're like dancing across the stage and like doing that. I can't use those in my listings. So don't bother taking those because they'll flag you.
What about videos from the knowledge center where it gives it to us?
Nope. Can't use them.
No.
So
It-
no video of that
no.
video.
No.
Even if I make them?
Yes, you
Yeah,
you
you're
make
allowed
a video
to.
as long as so
That's
here's the
Tupperwares.
thing. So as long like remember we were talking yesterday about the trademark stuff. So
Yeah.
as long as your videos do not say have the word Tupperware or the on the product, you can't see the word Tupperware on the product. Absolutely all day long. You can do your own videos. Yes. So here's,
As
I'm gonna
long as you can't see the word Tupperware.
Correct.
Yes, as of right, yes. So you weren't here yesterday. So when, so all this whole time that I've been selling on TikTok, Tupperware, the word Tupperware is trademarked and TikTok takes that very, very seriously. We're lucky that Facebook and Instagram do not because they could, because it's a trademarked word, right? And so, so I've been selling on TikTok and I've just been working around it. So I don't say the word, I try not to say the word Tupperware very often on TikTok. I blur it out on my images. The word Tupperware was not on any of my listings. And so that was kind of how I got around it. But I
So
still
just-
managed to sell.
So people who are watching your TikToks are just assuming.
Well, if they're like, is this Tupperware? I'm like, absolutely. And then I might say, yes, it's Tupperware. And I try to say it real fast. And I'm like, because they're like bots scanning it. And so if I get caught, but it's very rare that like, and I just made sure that every other word on my mouth wasn't Tupperware.
Right.
So,
As it is.
but yeah, so,
Hard
but,
to-
so, but here's the great news. I mean, like the most amazing news, thanks to our amazing new, CEO, right? We're, Tupperware's making a certification program for you to get authorization to use the Tupperware trademark, right? For you to be able to have that brand authorization. So they're gonna create a certification program for you to have the brand authorization to be able to use Tupperware on TikTok if you choose to do that, which is huge. Because what they're trying to do is protect the brand. They don't want people out there like misrepresenting it and saying the wrong things and spreading that and misinformation about our products. And so that's the whole reason why they did that, right? And so that's the whole purpose behind that. So that's why Tupperware now is creating this program for you to get certified. And so once you get, and the certification, it's just gonna be like learning product knowledge and stuff like that, which is most people here in this room already have that stuff. So easy, low bar. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna be like qualifications for it. That I don't know. I mean, that will be revealed, I guess, whenever they
Can I
roll it out.
wanna know, do you wear Tupperware shirt when you do your TikTok?
I did until I started getting all these violations and I stopped doing it. I even had it on my display and I'm like, take that down, take that down, take that down. Yeah, because I just was like, I was just getting violations left and right. And I was like, I'm not messing with this anymore. All right, so I'm going to, so you saw, so I actually copy and pasted the description right here even. So I took this straight from Tupperware. I took the description straight from Tupperware. And I'm just gonna go ahead and run back over to the TikTok shop over here. And I'm gonna paste it right into the description right here. Now I do need to skim through this and make sure it does not say Tupperware. Because sometimes they like to slide it in there.
Well, if it has a, like a name, it does sometimes.
Sometimes, so the product names are trademarked as well, and you know that.
What's
But
that?
those do not get flagged,
What?
just Tupperware.
What?
So some of our product names are trademarked as well. Modular Mate, Venser,
Crystal Wave.
Crystal Wave.
You'll see
Fridge
the little
marks.
R in a.
You'll see the R in the corner, but those do not get flagged. Only the word Tupperware. So at least we don't have to worry about that. But sometimes they slide to the word Tupperware in here. Something else to be on the lookout for, because Nikki brought it up yesterday. You can't use other words that get flagged are exclusive, rare, things like that, right? So just be careful with words along those lines. Vintage, you can get away with vintage.
Sure.
Yeah, you can get away with vintage, but exclusive or limited edition, things like that. I'm not sure why TikTok doesn't like those words.
Purchase with purchase means we have them feel flag. Would that still be?
I wouldn't offer that on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything like that. But yeah. All right, so I copy and pasted that, and TikTok actually does have some AIs. Wait, I got two windows up one second. I'm gonna close one of these.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I will just tell you that in just working with Ellen and talking to her about her TikTok account and her experiences and things she's going through, you know how your working shows that sometimes you always feel like you have to sell your soul, or you probably didn't make any money on that because you marked it down so low. That's not happening on TikTok. You don't have those customers trying to get the,
The bargains.
they may say, I can get that cheaper elsewhere, but they're willing to pay and they pay the top dollar for product.
Yeah, so yeah, as I mentioned yesterday, I market full price. It's full price. If I buy low, I sell high. I market full price, but not only do I market full price, I pad it with the shipping. So it's a little bit higher. And with the authorization that's going to roll out with the brand authorization, there is going to be price requirements. So
Good.
you cannot mark your the price requirements are a price minimum that you can charge, not a
Yeah.
maximum.
Right.
So it's the price minimum that you can charge. So we can't have somebody going out there that has brand authorization saying, Loretta's charging 45 for this bowl, but I'm charging 20.
Yeah,
That's that's not gonna happen
I'm so
because
sorry.
we're out there working together,
Mhm.
right? And if Loretta and maybe I'm offering free shipping. I'm offering free shipping. Okay. Because I'm padding it into my price, right? But Loretta is saying, no, everybody pays for shipping on my TikTok shop. So her bowl is $30. Mine's 35 or mine's 36 because I'm padding the shipping in there.
How much
Right.
do you pay for shipping?
Depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. It really does. It depends on what it is. Cause sometimes I make a little money. Sometimes I go, I lose a little bit of money. Well, it depends on how far it's shipping, depends on how big it is, depends on if they have a PO
You don't
box.
really know till you ship it.
Yeah, and it depends on if they have a PO box too, because if somebody that gets a cake taker, they got a PO box, I gotta ship that USPS no matter what. And they might be in California. That's a lot of money. And I'm just,
Can you do that?
What?
Ship PO box?
well, I can ship it through USPS. That's my only option. So I
Well,
can't ship it through FedEx.
For Tupperware, we can't take a PO box. We have to have their physical address.
Yeah, well, you can through USPS, and so
Correct.
you have options, like
What?
when you set up your shipping, you have options to
Yeah.
set it up through USPS or
Yeah,
options
yeah,
for
yeah.
UPS, and I think there's or a FedEx option too.
In theory, it would be the mailboxes that are built there at the post office, where there'll be another side area where they pick it up too, like a
Oh,
bigger-
that's
bigger package.
their problem.
I just wonder what it looks like,
Alright.
you know?
I think that's.
Yeah, that's a their
that's
problem.
a question
That's a them
for
problem.
them.
Okay, so now we're back in Canva, right? So I grabbed those images right off of Tupperware's website. Now I just need to go to Canva and I'm gonna upload them. And so I'm just going to go, I'm gonna go upload file. And then I'm gonna go to Jenny, I'm gonna go to the photos. And again, this is gonna be different on PC Mac. All right, and then I'm just gonna click. I'm gonna grab those, upload them, and you can drag and drop it again.
We can't see that part. We're only seeing this.
Oh, okay, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just literally uploading. So however you upload images into your Canva, they're uploading. And so, so now I'm just putting these into this, and now they're sized for me. Boom, that was super easy. But I do need to take that off right there. See that little booger?
So with the authorization, will you have to continue to do that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify.
No, ma'am.
So what about something like the big T? You have to do the other side?
I know how to take that off in Photoshop.
Yeah, I can take it off right here. You're about to watch me do it. Watch this. So I'm gonna hit edit. Edit. Edit.
You sure about that?
Come
Your arrow's down here.
on. I'm looking at it right here.
Something just.
Edit. Why is that letting me edit? Oh, here it is. It's thinking real hard. And then I'm gonna blur it, is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And so I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna I'm gonna blur that right out. There she is. Oh, beautiful. But I'm also gonna do this. So I'm gonna take this, blow this up because look. Gonna edit.
And that would be enough to get a violation?
It might. I want to take the chance. All right, so I'm gonna. Does that say Tupperware? It sure does.
Backwards.
It's the same seal.
I know it says
Everything's
Tupperware. I can
see
see
it.
it there. See the TUPP right there. I can see it right there too. Actually, I didn't even see that one at first. So I'm gonna actually make this a little bit smaller because I want to make it. I want to make it small enough that it doesn't look super. It's not gonna blur the lines too terribly much. I don't want it to be too sloppy.
You almost have to have steady hands to do that kind of stuff.
That's what I was just thinking, this is not gonna work for me.
It's fine.
Take your time,
You
you
can
blow it
make
up
it
as,
really small.
you can blow
Yeah,
up
you
as
can, I
big-
can make it smaller. I'm just, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I have it blown up right now too, guys. So when I narrow it back down, you're not gonna notice it as much. And so once that's done, so let me do that. It's
I
gonna,
was just thinking that, I was like, can't I just sticker it?
there you go. No, I
And you
mean,
want it to look,
you want it to look professional.
this part
Um,
goes.
Yeah, I mean, you want it to look professional. So, okay, so what I'm gonna show you.
I mean, she could have not even done that picture, she could have just done this one.
Well, I'm gonna do all of these pictures. They, it actually, so they really kind of want you to have 5
I was
pictures.
just gonna ask, how many pictures?
They really want you to have 5. If you don't have 5, it's not that deep. It'll just keep, it'll say that you have poor quality listing. Just ignore that. Just keep going. Like, it's not, they're not gonna, it's fine. Like, it's really fine.
Right.
They like I said, TikTok is constantly trying to like kind of funnel you in what they know to be best. And so they'll be like, this is a poor quote. Try 5 images. You need 5 images, or try these keywords. You need that, you know, and so they're always trying to help you. But if you only have 1 image, you only got 1 image, you know, I mean, don't worry about it. But if you have the opportunity to have 5 images, do 5 images. So we have 4 here, so it'll be fine. But I'm gonna just blur these out real fast. There it is. I know.
I can't even see it.
Well, I know it's there, so I know to look for it, right?
Oh, wow.
But if I don't know it's there, like, and so, and I didn't even, so my first time, so when I went through and we first started getting violations, I was like, okay, so I took the name off of everything in the listings, right? I didn't take it out of the images. Like, who would have thought of that? So then I started getting violations on the images, and I'm like, what? Like, come on, people. And then once I did all of that, then they started with the AI crap, and then they started like trying every time you'll see when we go to do the brand, every time I went into adjust, now I need it bigger. Every time I went in to adjust a brand, or adjust the listing and do an edit, it was like, AI thinks this is Tupperware. Would you like to change it to Tupperware? And if I don't toggle that off, it will automatically change it to Tupperware. And I'm like, come on, stop that.
Okay, is there a place that we, if we do this, that we can share this so others don't have to do it?
I mean, I guess you could. I mean, we put it in, I don't know.
No,
I
I
don't know.
think you should do it yourself.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, run out.
No, I don't wanna do it.
well, also, I mean, but you think about it, everybody's got different products too. I mean, like, cause like, so I don't have these. I don't have vent serves in my TikTok shop. Like, I don't have any. So I don't really stock vent serves personally.
I have a quick question.
Hit me.
I have no products at home.
Yeah.
So, and I do have a TikTok, I mean, just in general. So obviously I would have to open a shop myself. But if I wanna do this, like, people would have to go to my site to buy product.
So,
So that's, I mean, 'cause obviously I wasn't here when you did the TikTok thing
that's right, you
yesterday.
weren't here
Yeah,
yesterday.
so I gotta go to the whole thing. Would I do a TikTok shop?
You would not do TikTok shop. So you,
Because I don't have no products at all.
yeah,
I mean,
and
I've got
that's
things
totally
from,
fine. But here,
you know,
so
swag.
but
but-
here's, so you wouldn't necessarily do TikTok shop.
Okay,
So
so this is
Tik-
for people who have products
It's
at
for-
home,
yeah.
trying to get rid of.
It's, well, or just,
rid of
no,
it.
not
Sometimes
that.
I just how they
I
wanna
meant it
sell.
in the nice way, sorry,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't mean it,
how they wanna sell.
okay.
So
Sorry,
it's an
I said
investment, if that's what you, if you're gonna do this, it's an investment, you need to buy the product.
Yes.
Only because
Okay.
TikTok makes you ship within so many days.
Yeah, you have to do this
Gotcha,
within
so,
48
okay, I
hours.
misunderstood.
Within how many?
48 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
So you can't order from Tupperware and have it and get it to them.
Okay. Yeah, and
Now
I
it
don't put
makes more
things in my
sense.
shop unless I have them in my hands. And I actually, unless it, yeah, literally, like I have to have eyes on it.
It's on its way.
Not on its way.
No.
No. All right, so I just downloaded these images and I'm gonna take them back to the Seller Center. But there are other ways that you can use your TikTok. So.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 100% other ways you can use TikTok. So now I'm just gonna upload these images. And I'm going to, where are the buggers? Oh, I found one.
Just drag them over. You did down them.
Yeah, but it's, I gotta do one more step. I can't remember where they are. I don't know. It's on my computer. but
Right,
I'll
I got
do
it.
There they are. Yeah, I gotta click this button.
It looks different on ours.
Yeah, I know. You're not seeing that. You don't need to see that. That's just me. That's just the images
Where
and
they're
stuff.
at.
You don't need to see that. Don't worry about that. All right, so now I got my images over here finally, and then I'm gonna upload those. And then I can just figure out which one I want to be my cover image. I usually try to do one with the white background.
Thank you.
Right, top. And so then the product name, I do let AI kind of play around with this a little bit. I will put whatever Tupperware has. So I will put, like Venture small round 3D set. So I'll do that.
Without the trademark.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's not gonna let me do it. So it's, I've tried 1,000 ways. Maybe it might on PC, you can try, but,
On that post.
wow.
So, like a control or something to get that, I forget what it is.
Yeah, I've Googled it 1,000 times. I've tried it all these different times. And I'm gonna do this as, so also the other thing that you can kind of get flagged for is if you put it in the wrong category, it does not like that. Well, I mean, it wants to make sure that people are searching, that there are people that will
But-
put things in the wrong
Yes.
category to try and like get
Yes.
people to,
Mhm.
it's stupid. Then people manipulate it.
I get it.
Most of our stuff goes into, food storage. And so food storage containers, that's what you put most of our stuff in. And so, see right here, it's trying to tell me it's Tupperware, and I'm gonna say no. And then I'm going to actually click on this, I'm gonna type in the word no brand. I'm gonna click on that. So I'm not even gonna let it populate no brand, I actually type in no brand. And so, but the next time I come in to edit this, it's still going to say Tupperware, and then you saw how it was already clicked. I have to go in and unclick that, or it will populate the Tupperware. But once you have the authorization, you don't have to do that. So here, AI pulled from the description, and it put this, and it added some of this stuff in here. So I I want some of that, so I can add that, and so I can be like, yeah, go ahead and do that, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So, and then it's also suggesting some of the, sometimes it's, I see, these are some keywords, and it's like, oven, no, I don't want any of that. So I'm like, now these are attributes. These are also will show up in search engines. So you want to fill these out as much as you can, right? So quality per pack, this is a 3-piece, right? So features, I don't know, dust proof. I'm like, what does that even mean? I know, I'm like,
Wow.
heck, I mean, what's dust proof? I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Maintains fresh.
Thank you.
It's my basic, bless you, very safe material. So what is the material for this? Tuppertherm? What is it?
Polycarbonate.
Okay, that's too complicated. I just,
It's more like,
It's more.
I use
plastic.
Plastic, best way to put it.
yeah,
It's not acrylic.
yeah, it's not. I think I put Tuppertherm before when I had, I think I put that for the stack stuffer.
That is stack cooker,
But not for
That-
the substance.
Yeah, so you can pop it, so you
Okay,
can
make
type
your own?
something in, yeah, you can type something custom here. But for this, I'm just put,
Those are the only options they give you right there.
yeah, but I can put Tuppertherm down
You
here.
could put silicone, if it's silicone then.
Yes, but if it's already here, you wanna click on it, so there is silicone on
Oh.
there, so I can add that too.
But it's not.
It has silicone things,
it does
so
it
that-
all.
yeah,
It does it all.
so there's silicone on there, so technically,
It just allows you to show up in one more category or more search techniques, right? Okay.
It's like doing an eBay listing.
it's like doing an
Yeah.
eBay listing.
Oh,
Exactly,
I've done that.
exactly. And that's why I was saying, like, those of you who aren't interested in TikTok, this is still stuff that, like, because once you make, that's the cool thing about when you start learning technology, once you master Canva, or you master Piccollage, or you master whatever graphic thing you learn, they're very transferable. Once you learn how to make a landing page on Google Sites, or on Project Broadcast, or whatever, they're all very transferable. Once you learn how to do a listing on eBay or this, they're very similar. you know, you're just kind of like filling in, answering questions. So this does have an AI feature to make your description a little nicer. I usually go ahead and click that.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? Like, that looks nicer than what I had on there. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Does it have the material that was?
Polyethylene and polyethylene.
Yeah, it says silicone, PP, it says PP,
Oh, right,
whatever
right,
that
right.
that is.
PP is
And that's what she
polyethylene.
said. And I think I had put that in, and sometimes I'll go through and I'll put that stuff in there. But nobody knows what it is, and they'll start asking me questions, I won't answer the question.
PP is polyethylene.
I keep it, I
Yes,
guess,
it's
simple.
probably.
Alright, so what's the price on this bad boy?
I don't know.
64. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember either. Alright, so $64, so.
Are you in the US?
It's a website.
Do you remember that being $64?
That's what it said.
Yes,
I do,
yes.
yeah.
That's why nobody's
Oh,
buying
that-
it anymore.
Then
That's why I don't sell it anymore.
So I'm gonna make it $69.99. I do 99 because I don't know. It's like
It looks good. It is.
It's like a lot.
Cause it's not quite $70, that's what I did.
Psychological. So I added on here for the shipping. That's what I did.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
so that
Oh.
pays for, and a lot of times I don't worry about Tupperware shipping because I usually place a bulk order and it was $20 for me. Okay, so that's doesn't matter to me, but I do worry about this shipping. So I try to add about $5. Okay, whatever. Because sometimes I buy more, and then it's a bit, and you know, and I'm shipping a bigger package, and it all kind of evens
That
out.
was a
Sometimes they're buying one thing. Sometimes I'm shipping it in Ohio and it costs me even less.
Where do you usually ship from? Is it UPS?
That's not
or
small.
Usually USPS.
USPS?
Yeah. Yeah, USPS. So I'm just gonna have $5 for that because that's not very heavy.
Which
It's
set
gonna
was
be.
this again? What,
That's the round, small round.
Okay,
It's 48 on the
What?
right now.
It says $64 right here.
Yeah, it is.
I'm literally, look at it. You're looking at it.
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm on the.
It's on Tupperware's website.
Are you on your consultant price?
I am. It might be my full price. Never
Oops.
mind.
I do that all the time.
See how nice it is to be a consultant?
It pays to be a consultant. All right, so normally okay, so just answer no to all this stuff. No.
What is that?
No.
California.
California. It's all that California stuff. And we don't have batteries, we don't have this, we don't have that. So if I had to guess the weight on this, I'm gonna put it over a pound because by the time I wrap it and everything, it's gonna probably be over a poundish.
Is there a pound in the description? I mean, wait.
So if somebody, you know, it depends upon if you're having them pay for shipping and stuff like that, right? So, but yeah, so I'm just gonna put it at like 1.2. It's not that big of a deal. You just want to have it be kind of close. And if you do go ahead and weigh the stuff out, you want to add a couple ounces for your packaging, your wrapping, and all that stuff. And dimensions, I do try to. Sometimes I'll look at the dimensions. Sometimes, especially if it's a bowl, and the dimensions will be on there somewhere. So I'll add like I don't know, an inch on each side, and like an inch around it. Because I wrap it in bubble wrap and I put it in a poly bag. That's how I ship stuff. So
Oh, so you don't do boxes?
no, man, that adds like weight.
Yeah, then they gotta
I was so
measure.
blown away when she told me that.
Yeah.
I called her and was asking all questions.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I never even thought about sending it any other way than a box.
Yeah.
I hadn't
Oh, no.
thought
Where
of
do
it.
you get your badge from?
Even Amazon.
Like whenever you have to put this, like the dimensions and stuff in? Are they gonna tell you how much it's gonna cost to ship, or do you?
Yeah, so this is the most interesting thing about TikTok, and it's funny because sometimes I'll explain it on my live, because somebody will be like, I bought something from TikTok and it never showed up. I said, well then you need to ask for a refund. Like I was like, because here's the deal. I said, whoever you bought that from, they're not getting paid until you get your product in hand. I said, because TikTok holds on to all that money. So when somebody buys something on TikTok from me, TikTok holds on to that money. They have the money for the shipping. They have the money for the product. They have the money for everything, right? Then they tell and you'll see, because I do have my TikTok pulled up as well. And I'm going to show you my seller center because I do have an order pending in there because an order came in last night. So I have an order pending in there. And so I'll show you, but they will, so TikTok holds on to all that money. So I'll go in there and I will go to print my shipping label, And so that money comes out of the money that they're holding for me, right? And so that money comes out of the money they're holding for me. So they're still holding on to all that. I ship it out, right? And so I ship it out, and then I don't get that money until those people have the product in their hand. It's been delivered, and then there's even a waiting period. And so when you first open your shop, the waiting period is longer. I can't remember what the waiting period is. And then as you like score points with them by shipping out timely, by not having negative reviews, by not your waiting time gets less and less and less and less. And so it gets down to almost being, I think, like 1 day. So you still got to wait for it to get to them, but then the day that it gets to them, boom, you get paid. And so it's super safe. So if you ever were hesitant to buy something on TikTok, don't be hesitant. Like, seriously, I mean, like I would feel more comfortable buying it on TikTok than I would buying like practically anywhere
So
else.
did the shipping labels come from TikTok?
Yes.
So
Okay.
since the label generated by TikTok, they have the tracking, so they know that you
Yeah.
got delivered.
They
Got
know.
delivered to Ellen.
And it's all insured too. It's all insured. And so if it's damaged, if it shows up missing, I file a claim and I still get paid.
Oh.
Right? So I still get paid. So yeah, and so that's helpful. And you have a choice. So like I can go in there and then I look at it and it tells me it's gonna be X amount. And then I'm like, what are my other options? Like besides USPS. So if it's something big, it might be cheaper to ship it through FedEx. It might be cheaper to ship it. Right now, I don't think I have UPS toggled as an option. Or no, I don't have
Do you
FedEx.
pilot ship or do you?
No, it all goes through TikTok.
Stamps.com? Oh, it all goes.
It all goes through TikTok.
So you can't, like, because we have stamps.com, so you
Me
can't
too.
use that, it has to go.
It goes through TikTok.
And it tells you which one is what.
Because they need the tracking
Yes,
number.
yes.
It tells you what, and they pay for it, right? So they're holding on to all that money, so they're paying for it. But their rates are way better. Like their rates are super duper good. Like so their rates are way better than
TikTok
me.
rate?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause
I was
they're
like,
dealing with
that's
that one.
cheap. Yeah, so their rates are super good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So but the other thing is so I schedule pickups. So I do not go to the post office. They pick it up at my house.
They do that through TikTok.
No, I schedule it through USPS.
Okay.
And
I just go to the USPS.com and I say, go
you have to
pick up
do
this
it the
stuff.
night before though.
You do have to do it the night before.
Yep.
Well, and your post person, like my post person, if I put it outside and I get it out there before she comes, she'll pick it up for me. Now, if it's a substitute person, they won't.
Right.
Just do
Well,
it.
like,
We're not
here,
coming up
because
my
they don't
driveway
bring
to
the mail
see.
to the
I
house,
guess
I know.
it's
Yeah.
extra boxes, so you have to schedule it.
Yeah, and you can schedule it the day before, and then if I don't make it in time, then I just run it to the post office, or if it's like a Saturday or whatever. So, because I like to get it shipped out the same day, personally. Because I was trying. Well, so here's what happened. I want my score was a little bit low, and I can't remember what caused that, but my score was like a 0.0 something too low for something I wanted to do, and I was like, how can I fix this? And I was like, shipping. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna ship it out the same day. And so then if I didn't think the post person was gonna grab it, I just took it to the post office really fast to try and like get it up
Get it
that
scanned.
little
Mhm.
tiny little point. And then I got it back up to the point that I wanted because I couldn't. There was something I can't remember what I wanted to do. But anyways, so you got to play the game, you know. Anyways, so back to this. So yeah, so we have this in the quantity. I just put one because I saw one in the basement. I had eyes on one. She's got one, so she probably has more, but she can pick that later. And dimensions. We're gonna leave that.
So they put those dimensions in there?
This was automatically populated.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They.
And so sometimes it's sort of accurate.
Right. Well, that's good. At least it's a starting point.
It is a starting point. And the dimensions aren't that significant. I mean, especially if she's doing free shipping, the dimensions are not that significant at all because you're paying for the shipping, so it doesn't really matter. The only times that really comes into play is if they're paying for shipping, because if your shipping is too far off, if Bonnie bought the shipping and I, based on my information back here, Bonnie was charged $12, and then when I actually went in to buy the shipping, I made my adjustments. It was only $7. TikTok's gonna come down on me because of price gouging with the shipping, because people are getting in trouble for that. So yeah, so that's the only time that really comes into play.
So you have TikTok pay for the shipping.
I pay for the shipping,
You pay.
free shipping.
TikTok is a service within the shipping, is what you're saying.
But TikTok,
TikTok holds on to my money.
right,
She paid for the shipping when she bumped it up from 64 to 69.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yes,
And then when I
yes.
bought it, there
Yeah.
was no extra shipping charge.
Right.
Right. And so, but I do free shipping over $30. So I'm trying to get them to buy more to get my free shipping. So,
Alright.
yeah, so I'm trying to get them to buy more for free shipping.
Can you do that?
Yes, I do it.
But you're already, like,
But you're already.
I thought you said you can't say the word free.
Right, I just found that one out. That's a new one. That's a new one. When I was doing the research, that was one of the new flagged words, and I was like, son of a-
So what do you say?
I don't know.
No, there's no extra shipping.
Oh.
No extra?
I guess.
Well,
I
shipping
gotta
included?
rework all my words.
Shipping's on me if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
No
no
shipping
shipping over
for
$30.
No shitty.
Free shipping.
What about shipping included?
No, you can't say the word free. That's one of the flag words.
No, but you like, so this.
Customer doesn't know that.
The retail price, the original retail price to know.
You're paying $69.99 and you're getting free shipping.
Yeah, but then she just said free shipping over $30, so is it?
Well,
Yeah,
But they don't know that the shipping's in at 69.
yeah, I padded it to cover my shipping.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just,
am I
but-
overthinking this?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. No, I just padded it to cover my shipping. It doesn't totally cover the shipping. I mean, probably realistically, I mean, unless I'm mailing that to Cincinnati, that's not gonna cover the shipping.
So wait,
Like-
I'm back to stuff.
Oh,
No, because you're
shouldn't that be
not charging the
64?
customer shipping, you just charge them the $69.99, correct?
Yes.
But then you just said, I give them free shipping if they order over $30.
So shouldn't that be $64 instead of 69?
No,
No, because her
Let-
price is $69.99.
listen,
That's
this
the
is,
price.
that is to help me cover
Cover
the
the
shipping for their free shipping. I'm not charging them additional shipping, but I am offsetting the cost of the shipping in my own pocket by $5, okay?
There's no
Shakers, your price is $27.
There's no such thing as
And
free
like-
meal, somebody has to
I
pay
have
for it,
to
it's just
pay
free to
an
other
additional
person.
$5.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Because it's
understand
under
where the
$30.
confusion is because.
Correct.
They're not paying shipping, you're paying TikTok shipping, which has nothing to do with the customer because that's between you and TikTok.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
But as a
There's-
customer, there's two different words, there's free shipping and there's shipping included, and I think that's where Stephanie is thinking. Is it free?
I'm with Stephanie.
Concerned it is free
Let me ask you
shipping.
this, when I check out, when I buy something off of your site and and there's a shipping, does it zero?
As long as it's over $30.
But if it's.
You were talking to me?
So
Say that again.
So someone's buying something.
I'm a customer and I go shopping and I buy something from your shop.
Yeah.
And I go to check out.
Yeah.
Your price is $69.99
Yes, ma'am.
and is there a line for shipping?
No, yeah, no, once they go to, like, if they go over $30, if their cart goes over $30, then no, they don't pay, there's no shipping.
And you
additional
set that
shipping.
parameter.
Yes.
Oh, but so if my order was $23.99 and I get to the checkout, I am now gonna pay shipping.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she set that parameter.
Yes.
Cover missing.
So I'm buying my salt and pepper shakers that are $23, but I've added 5, so they're really like $28. So then we're adding more money to cover shipping. This
Yeah, you should have bought a couple more bucks to get free shipping.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yes,
like
ma'am.
that.
You gotta make up for it somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's gonna keep going.
And that's why if somebody buys this, right? So they bought this and I padded on $5 to pay for the shipping. If they buy one more item to go in this package
They will.
together, typically that will cover me shipping. Like, because
Right, that was $10.
cause then it's like, well, I don't always add 5. Sometimes it's like $2, sometimes it's $3. It depends on how big it is,
Okay.
you know? So it's just, I just kind of play that, and it depends on how much I paid for it too.
Right.
I mean, if I got a screaming deal on those, or maybe I bought them, I don't know, 3 years ago when they were half the price.
They were 30.
Just joking.
I
just
didn't
joking.
understand the part about the 30. I didn't know you set the parameter on.
I said the
That's why I
parameter.
didn't get it.
Yeah, I said the parameter. So when TikTok would, so when like I said, TikTok kind of like they literally are like training everybody like how to do things. So when they started the TikTok shop, they paid for the free shipping if you offered it. They did a copay. And it was like, at first it was like, if you offered free shipping, they paid 75% of the free shipping to get creators to do the free shipping, right? Then they backed it down to 50-50. We'll pay 50% of the shipping if you offer free shipping. Then they backed it down to 25%. Then they backed it down to 50 cents.
50 cents.
Now it's not. So, yeah, so that's how they kind of like got
Yeah,
everybody. They
started-
wanted people to do free shipping,
So
but they
that's
knew people wouldn't do it, and so that was their way of trying to get people. So they're very good at like getting people to do what they want. They have a clear vision of what they want people to do, and they kind of dangle these carrots to get people to do what they want them to do. So, all right, so we made this listing. I saved it as a draft, so it's not live yet. So we just saved that as a draft. And then Jenny can just go in and she could just hit submit for review, and it would submit for review, and they're gonna look at it. And sometimes it pens for like a couple minutes, and sometimes it pens for a couple hours. It just kind of depends on whatever. I don't know what their rhyme or reason is for that. See, look at that.
Dang it.
Already tried to,
Really?
little buggers.
You took it off all once already, right?
Yes, ma'am. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye. All right.
quickly save it.
I did. All right. So, so yeah, so this is ready to roll. So now we're gonna look for, so we're gonna do a search because she has, something down there that is not on the ones. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so now we're going to, she has a bowl set down there that is no longer current. So we're gonna go to Google. Erin, you see this little guy right here? Have you ever done an image search on
Google
Google?
Lens.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Love Google.
So we're gonna just grab this picture, and we're going to find one of these guys. Let's look for bowl set. We're gonna open this up. We're looking for this bowl set, see if we can find it. Is that jumpable?
It's a,
No,
yeah,
it's a
town.
That's a jump.
Was it a mega or it's on? It's a mega. Okay. All right. So I'm not seeing a complete bowl set like that. Oh, there's one, but I don't want that picture.
I agree.
So I'm looking.
That blue
Are you looking
green tower
because
that
you
just
wanna get a
saw,
price?
Oh, I want to
If you have that,
Oh, you want the
market
picture.
high. That I had so many requests for that, I now only have 2 sets and I sold them.
for what?
And
Set
the
there.
blue green bowls, that tower right there, people went nuts for that one. It was crazy.
Tiffany Co.
Yeah, I bet you if you had the tower picture, you would find it faster.
But something else that you can do is you can take that picture that I took and I can pop it into Canva, and I can take the background away. And so you can take your own pictures, especially like the way Pam has that set up down there. If I put a light in front of that and lit up just a little bit more, and I can lighten that in Canva, you can take your own pictures and just do that. That's a very quick way to do it. But if you don't have time, let's do this too. There's another one. I just want to do it for time's sake. She also had a red stack cooker. Let me see if I can find a red stack cooker. Sure, of a red stack cooker. I might do this circular set too, because I'm sure that's gonna be faster. Ooh, look at all those.
Oh, wow.
There we go. Look at that. That's a
That's a very good one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's real good. See that? I want that one. No. I do sometimes take pictures from eBay. I mean, it depends on how some eBay bears, man, they got some
Yeah.
good pictures. I was like, man, how'd you do that? What's up this name?
Tupperware's year-end sale is on. Like, and that's, where is this? This is just Google.
Yeah, this is just old stuff. Yeah, this is old stuff. This is all insignificant. I'm just grabbing.
She just wants pictures.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not paying any attention now. Don't worry about it.
Sale.
All right, that's going. All right, so I grabbed those pictures and now I'm just gonna upload them. Gonna upload those real fast.
That's me.
So you're back in Canvas.
I'm back in Canva. I'm gonna grab these pictures. And then what I can do, cause we have stack cookers right now, and so I can go grab the details
Oh, from the, yeah.
Yeah, I can grab the details, the description, all that stuff from the stack hooker, but I can use these images. Then that way I don't have to worry about, cause, is that the same? Yeah, that's
So it takes a little while to set up, so,
Yes.
but then once you get it set up,
So what,
it's easier.
the other thing too that's nice is you can duplicate listings as well. So if you have something that's kind of similar, there is a duplicate button, so you can kind of duplicate it and then you can, it just kind of speeds up the process a little bit. So you can just kind of go in and swap out pictures and make tweaks and do things like that. Love it. I closed this event over here. I closed it.
What's my name?
I closed that.
I thought I was giving her my warmth, but apparently not.
I Googled, that's a bowl tower, that's a bowl, Tupperware, that's a bowl set. And it came up with a whole bunch of sets. Is this it?
Yeah, yeah, and that's a decent picture. I could, see, that's pretty blurred anyway, is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure, we can't read
I
that.
can't.
I know, I can't read it either.
But AIs can.
Not, it has been still to be pretty crisp, I think, to do that.
Right. See,
But
they were talking about which is this phase, and they're always. Now. I would be surprised.
I know.
yeah,
I don't see it.
blur it. Since I'm already zoomed in, I'm just gonna blur this out anyway.
Oh, I knew things.
Okay,
So,
so we got those, that was super easy.
Like, you gotta look at the product first, and then you could see, oh, it's
Then
here. Not something we as Tupperware.
The vet and search stuff, the stuff that has reflective surfaces is difficult to picture. So if you can find like decent pictures, especially if they're former Tupperware. Especially if they're former Tupperware pictures, like they're professional ones, those are fantastic to grab. That's kind of
So after you have the, you sell thing, do you have to take the picture down? The product down?
I'll show you. I'll show you online. Cause I have some stuff that's out there, it's a zero and I can take it down. Alright, so that's how you find the images. So these, like I said, we're just gonna shoot, like, we can take these images and then we'll do the same thing to do the listing for those. So I'm going to switch over to my computer. And show you on my computer. I'll show you my seller center and I'll show you that. I'll show you a couple things with my listings. Quick. All right, so. Oh, that's scary. Oh my God, girl, I can't.
it looked fine.
Is this recorded live anywhere? It is, oh, it is, where
It's it's zoomed right now, we're recording it right now.
Alright.
Zoom records everything.
Oh.
All right, so, so this is the back of my seller center. So this is, so this is like right here, this is under orders. So I have this order pending. And so right here is where I would like create a label. So it's trying to tell me that to ship it via FedEx, but I don't have to ship it via FedEx. I can do this. And so then I can kind of go down and I can kind of shift it and see what would be the cheapest
Gives you the
way.
prices, okay.
Yeah. So I can figure out what's
What
the
is
cheapest
FedEx?
way.
15 and you, oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well, FedEx Ground is cheap too. So I mean, it's almost, I always do FedEx Ground typically. So FedEx Ground is usually cheaper, but what are these? Yeah, that's these dimensions are off on that. Like it's not gonna, I'm not gonna, that's.
What is it?
The retro seriables, what that is. So those dimensions are probably a little bit off on that.
That's another thing I learned, you have to put dimensions on.
Maybe if the bowls are open.
But the reason why, so here's why the dimensions are off on that, well, because this listing in particular, I'll show you this listing. So this listing, I have two different things on this listing. So you can also put different products on the listing. So let me show you this listing.
Alan, can I interrupt you for a second? Can
Yeah.
you enlarge the whole screen somehow? It's like feel like I'm screaming like, I can't, it's like hard to see.
Is that better?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, to make more.
No worries.
move around.
So this is the listing. And so with this listing, you'll see like, actually, let me go into this listing. Edit it. All right, so, so with this listing, I put these together. So I put these in the same listing as these because I was trying to combine listings. Because when I'm talking about them, if I have them all separated, then I'm constantly like pinning this one, pinning that one, pinning this one. So if I can put them in listings together, it just makes it a little bit easier for me.
So she wants those, the goals.
So
Serials.
so I had to, so for the dimensions, I had to make sure the dimensions were wide enough for this. And so that's bigger than these. And so that's the reason why the dimensions were off, right? So that's why these dimensions are a little bit off for the cereals in particular. So, and I think the weight might be off for cereals because cereals are a little bit heavier. So they're probably more a pound, but that's okay. It kind of balances out. So, but yeah, so you can make listings like this, so you can have variations on them. So you can have color variations and things like that. So the more things like that you can do, it just makes it easier when you're live and doing stuff like that. So I can have Tupperware in my listings now. That just happened in the last 2 weeks because I got the brand authorization through Tupperware corporate. So, and that's
Say that again?
I can put Tupperware, the word
Oh,
Tupperware in my
okay.
listings now. Now I did not go back and fix all my pictures because that's a lot of work and it's fine.
Exactly.
We will leave the blurred pictures.
Yes.
I don't care. At least I can just put, Tupperware in the titles and stuff like that. And I don't have to worry. I can put Tupperware in brand.
Can you
So-
go back to that, so, your order? So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I gotta find it.
so this is, so you can go up there, orders.
Yeah.
So orders would be here.
Yeah, so orders are here. And so this is just the order came in, yesterday?
So once this order came in, you have 48 hours to get it out.
But it's a weekend. And the big thing is I just need to print my shipping label. So when I go home tonight, I'll print my shipping label. It just, and then it'll just get scanned Monday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You can only print the label once.
Well, if I botch up the label, I can print it again.
Oh, you-
I'll only get charged once.
Oh,
I can
okay.
reprint
Okay,
it.
okay.
Like my printer
Screws
got
up,
jammed
right,
or
yeah.
whatever, yeah. So,
Where
and
on
I,
eBay, so
and I, what?
where do you see what they're buying?
So, okay, so I know, I knew what the picture looked like, so I just glanced at it.
Oh.
So I can actually, you can, click on this. And it comes up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And so I can even enlarge it, so that I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Sometimes the pictures are so like small that they. And now because it's so big, I can't.
So do you see a customer name or anything? You just see a number?
So this is actually, here I see their TikTok handle.
Esperanza.
Yeah, here I see their TikTok handle, but most of the time when the label prints up, it's their name. Most of the time, occasionally it's the handle.
Really?
So I
It
think that
still
just
goes?
means they didn't know. Yeah, it still goes. I just think they just don't know how to do that.
Do you put any literature, anything in the box
Yes.
besides the product?
Yeah. I do freebies in the box. I do like citrus, whatever I can get my hands on.
Okay.
That's cheap. And then I do put a QR code directing them. I put it.
To your website or just TikTok?
It goes to my project broadcast. And so, and then I also have all of my socials on there. Yeah. So I have, let me show you. I got, put my hand up. No.
Because this is the one part that's missing if they buy through your website. I can't send them anything that come to funnel them back.
Right. So I have my project broadcast, and so I have a keyword for TikTok, and then it sends them an automated thing saying, thank you. Oh, I'm so excited to connect with you outside of TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm able to connect with them that way. But real quick, before I go down that, there was something else I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I know what it was. So let me show you. So here I was talking about outreach. And so you have to have a certain score in order to do outreach type programs. And so this is customer outreach. So I have it set up automated to go live reminders for people, for new follower, look at that, new follower, welcome new followers, reminder for price drops. So if I drop prices or do anything like that, or if there's a sale, I do something like that. Abandoned cart stuff. loyalty like stuff. So thank you for your purchase. So I have these are already set up to go out. But I can also do other little things here. These are the things that were locked and I needed to get up that like 0.0 something or other that I was like, how can I affect this? And I'm like, okay, I'm making runs to the post office, see if I can get it to go up one more. Because what happened was is I had gotten a negative review. And the negative review wasn't even like, it was something stupid. It wasn't even like my fault. Like it was something really lame. And I'm like, not a review on me. I'm like, that's the post office. Like, oh, people. So that was.
So, like, when it comes down in my feed, that, cause I follow you,
Mhm.
and it comes down in my feed, Ellen's live right now, that. It's when people click on your thing right away, or wait, how does that way? I try to follow you, and it's about 3 other people, and I try to interact or whatever to get it out there.
What's your name?
Mama Shar. Mama Shar's is on that.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you in my life. You need to be a stalker. Just click through.
She doesn't click on it. Oh, see?
That too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Just came out.
We talked about that yesterday.
Sometimes because I'll be like at work and it'll ding and I'll be like, here it comes. You know?
Yeah. But you do like it just kind of varies. So you can go into like analytics, right? So you can go into if you click on this, you can go in through analytics. And so here's some of the analytics. So you can see where spikes are. You can see the different products that I have pinned and what like all that kind of stuff. So you can like go back and like really analyze.
Yeah, but
You-
my question is that, does that help you?
What helps is interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
And
helps
that's
is
when I do
interaction.
Doritos and stuff. But
TikTok.
they say you have to do like 5 words, something for it to count. Or whatever.
God, I
Used to
don't
be
know.
could just put an emoji and
I think
and
it's
that
more than
helps.
5 now.
What,
I think they're saying 9.
Is
Oh,
it
really?
9 words now?
In
Yeah,
TikTok?
I think they're saying, yeah, that because there's so many people just going in and just hitting an emoji or whatever.
Right.
So you mean like when they tap the heart? Yeah. so
Yeah,
they
that
tell
helps,
you,
I
now
know,
they
but
want you to
I
do all three.
posting,
Like comments on
Yeah.
comments. Yeah.
it helps and it pushes you out there where it used to be,
TikTok tell you how
you
to
would just
raise
put,
your hands.
you know, a heart on there or a follow or something like that. Now they want a sentence in order for that person to get the algorithm push.
Whoa,
Right.
little purple balls that just came up.
Well, so that is, like I said, these are like the products that I have pinned at that time. And so it talks about the various products so this is like analytics on stuff. So, but this is like, I can go back and look at the analytics of the various lives that I was on. It tells me the different products that the different things, all that. But here's what's really interesting. 61% of the people on that live were from the For You page. And that's where I was talking about. That's where you want to be. Those are all new eyeballs. These are people I don't know. These are people that don't follow me. And that's what you want to do. That's why you play the game. That's why you don't use those words. That's why you try to do the little things to get them to interact. That's what you want.
That's what.
Those are your new customers, right?
Yep.
And so that's why it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter that I only have like 3,000 followers versus somebody who has 20,000 followers. That's why it doesn't matter if you have less than 1,000 followers. If you get the okay to go live, go live. You got to get started somewhere, you know, because that is the key right there, is just getting out there to that For You page. And you'll know when you get out there because your numbers spiked. Like all of a sudden you get that spike on like on this one, for example. These are online viewers and who's that? I don't remember. You know, I'm trying to remember what that stands for. But yeah, so that's where this one is this one is this one's not a good one to show the online viewers. There's one I had recently and I had so many spikes through it and I wanted to go back and watch it to see what it was I was saying when these spikes were happening, because
That's what
sometimes in that moment you're not really sure, but I was like, but I think I had 5 different spikes during that live and I was like,
what did I do? Like, what did I do different that time? You know, and so you're just always kind of looking at those things. It's just kind of cool. Because it is,
that
it's
was,
just a
and
game.
that was my question, you know, what are the hacks? So,
So-
that helped us jump the thing, cause like I said, following Sharia, she got discouraged, cause she said it told her she needed like 1,000 people or something to be,
To go live.
yeah.
So I did not have 1,000 people when I started going live, but what ended up but my philosophy was I think I had like 700 people, and my philosophy was I'm gonna load up my TikTok shop, and then I'm just gonna ask them if I can go live, because people said that you can actually email them and say, can I go live, and they'll be like, sure. And I thought, well, why wouldn't they want me to go live if I have stuff in my store that I'm gonna sell for them to make them money, right? So I just like loaded up my shop, and I was like, all right, once I get, 50 things in my shop, then I'll just email them and ask them if I go live. Well, then I went in because Tabitha's like, well, you should still be able to go practice, because there's a practice button. You can practice going live. So I was like, okay. So I go in and I was like, oh, this must be what she's talking about. And I hit the button. I was freaking live. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm live. Like, now I don't know what to do. And so then I was like, I totally flipped out. And so
I got a question. So you did your TikTok shop here in this platform. TikTok's over there. How do you connect to, how does it know where your shop is?
if you connect them in the process of setting up your TikTok shop, your TikTok connects to your TikTok shop. Yeah, so hold on, let me see if I can pull up my pro.
My TikTok went from Super McCurdy to In the Kitchen with Steph.
Nice.
And people noticed, like my family was like, what's this? In the
What is this?
What? I don't know
From
what
Super
I.
McCurdy, which was my original TikTok name, to In the Kitchen with Steph, which was what my TikTok shop name was gonna be, but when you connect the two, it then just changed it to In the Kitchen with Steph.
You gotta connect them.
Okay, so
So it's like, at some point it says you can separate them back out.
Yeah.
But I, not there yet.
okay, so let me show you. Hold up my Canva. I just did my Canva's such a mess. It's so disorganized. So this is, sorry, it's sideways, but so this is so I made this up because people don't really, you think everybody knows what a citrus peeler is, but they don't.
No.
So when I send a citrus peeler, I do send this, and so it has a picture and a couple of uses for the citrus peeler. I do 2 to a page so I could just be more efficient. I did print this up at one point because I was trying to show people where to find my LANK and my BIO. Yeah. So I could hold it up and be like, this is where you go. It was only semi-effective. So you could try it. Like, see, there's my arrow. Okay. Right. So these are just some ideas. Like, you can do things like this. Try it. See if it works for you. Like, if you're struggling trying to direct people where to go. But here's where I also kind of showed them, like, this is where you can find, this is my shop, this, what the shop looks like, what my profile looks like. But here's where you can see how to get to my shop from my profile. That's what the shop looks like, how to get to the shop. This is when I was like, if you want to go to the place where all of this stuff lives, like here, I don't think this is what my link in bio looks like right now, though. I can't remember. I think I changed it. But this is the main one that I put. Actually, it's this one because I changed all of my socials. So this is the main one that I use, and I print this up and I cut half food, and I'll put this in with whatever the freebie is I'm throwing in there. And so originally I just had the QR code, but I didn't feel like people were scanning it. So then I put text the word TikTok because I was like, because I didn't feel like people were scanning it. I didn't see them coming through my project broadcast. So I was like, all right, now there's 2 options. They can scan it, or they can text it. So then I started seeing some people come into my project broadcast. So that was my way of trying to get them off of TikTok.
Right.
So, and then I have my socials there. So these are just some of the things that I've tried, trying to get people to.
I don't want to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Are any of your demonstrations, so to speak, on your YouTube page as well, or do you have any?
I do, but my YouTube page is all like training stuff for Upwork stuff. It's like old stuff. I don't really have anything I've posted on there a year or so. But I don't have any of this. But I do have, if you can look at my TikTok profile and it has like, so I do the live highlights. And so on there are little clips and so if you could see like how I talk about the products and the things I say, and it just kind of, you can see just sort of like what the flow is and stuff like that. So you can kind of get some from that. But yeah, so these are, like I said, these are just kind of some ideas that I've played with. I'm always kind of tweaking this. Now, something that has been talked about in that certification program that they're talking about for the brand authorization is everybody sharing what marketing information they put in their packages. So I'm interested to see that with the other
Yeah.
people that are in that program that are forming that program. So to see what they put in too, because it's always interesting to see what people put in. Some people probably put in more, and some people put in less. I don't know.
Can you, those highlights, can you put in on other platforms? So they're not stuck in TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can. Oh Lord, I can download them. I mean, I can take them. I download them because then. So another thing. Oh, well, that was something else. Okay, hold on. Where am I? So I said yesterday, I like to, because my schedule's so irregular, I schedule my events, right? So I go in and live videos, where it is. See, I literally, like, there's so much back here. I'm always like, do I go here every time? And I do this several times, sometimes a day. And I'm like, do I go here? Do I go there? Do I go there? So live selling, live manager, live events. All right, so my one for Monday, and then this is where I can add products to it. So this actually is what the dashboard looks like. So when I go live, it'll be right here. Like my video will be playing here. So my phone's up here and I'm talking to the phone.
Okay.
And then my video is actually playing right here as I'm live. So this is what I'm looking at on my computer. So the chat's running here. As people purchase, it's actually showing up right here. My timer's up here, so I know like what's happened, like how long I've been live. Never hit refresh. Everything will disappear.
What?
Don't do that.
Where are you?
Well, on your laptop, do not don't hit the refresh
Oh,
button.
no.
So one time because sometimes my signal will get kind of wonky,
Yeah.
and I've got the data back up here, so like it doesn't really get wonky here, but sometimes it get wonky here. So I froze on the screen, and I was tired of looking at my frozen face, so I was like, let me just refresh this. My whole chat disappeared. I was like, my clock reset. I was like, stop. So then I had to know how long I've been on. So what I do is I can add the products that I'm going to do for my live. Okay, see, there's a 0 right there. So I'm just going to add a couple things so I can show you guys. So I'm going to add these. So I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a couple. I'm not going to add all these. I'm just going to add. So I'm going to add those. So I usually add as close, I can only add 100, so I try to add as close to 100 because I have 140 things or so in my store. I'm trying to get it below 100, so then every live I have all my stuff there, but I don't know, I can't manage to get that low. Because it always seems like I have these weird odds and ends that I want to just like throw in there. So now I can rearrange these, which I just found out in the last like 3 weeks, by the way. I've been doing this since January. So I can rearrange these so I can clump them together. So I'm going to put the microwave stuff together. So I'm going to click this arrow button and pulls it to the top. So I'm going to drag it. Yep. It's easier than dragging.
It's easier than dragging?
Yeah, because when I got 100 things, and then I'm like sitting there and
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
go,
drag, and then I drag too fast. It's kind of like when you're doing an alarm clock and then you're hitting the back button, you blow past the time, and then you gotta go another 24 hours. All right, so I can like rearrange them all so that all the like I want all the silicone together, all the prep stuff together.
3 dots?
Yeah, so the 3 dots, and then I just hit the arrow, and it pushed everything to the top. So I just keep pushing everything to the top. So I'll go search through and I'll find all of the lunch things, push them all to the top. Then I do all the bowls, push them all to the top. So then they're all grouped together, and then I go to all the microwave stuff, push it all to
Yeah,
the top, and it
so
keeps
you're not
pushing everything
moving it,
down.
It's gonna go to the top.
And just keep pushing everything down, and then I just keep putting, now if I skip, if I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to put this
Uh-huh.
gadget with the rest of the gadgets, then I'll drag
And
it.
you drag it, okay.
So yeah, and then
Okay.
when it's live, then I, this is where I'll have the option to spotlight, and so this is where I'll grab something. There'll be a button here, and then I hit the button, and then it'll spotlight right down here on this screen, and on this screen, it'll be spotlighted here.
Do they click on it and go into your store?
Yeah. So on here, that's when on here, they'll click on, like if they're watching, and it'll be right at the bottom, I wish I had. They'll be watching and it'll be right at the bottom of their screen, they click on it and it goes straight to the listing, and then if they want it, they click on it, and then it goes straight to their cart. And then they can click on it one more time and they've bought it, like it's that easy, that's the reason why people buy
So
so
it goes to your listing, so they can, whatever's on this,
Yeah.
is this your listing?
Yeah.
No.
This is my backup, this is like my backup.
So the listing is, so like the Servalier, if I would have clicked on the blue Servalier goals, that's what you're talking about. It'll take me to listing all the Servaliers.
Yeah, so then, and so I just tell them, I'm like, so if it's a listing like that, I'm like, when you click through that, you'll see all the options of colors. Yeah, so you see all the options.
So to show you, so this is a live, I'm not in.
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
This is what she spotlighted. If I
Okay.
wanna buy that, I click it.
Yeah.
And it goes straight to my cart.
I get that. I just wanna know if it would go to my shop. So like if I wanted, she wanted to buy more stuff.
Yeah,
And
so
that's-
can I go on?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go in there.
Who she is.
Yeah, so she has 10 things in like featured right here. So you can see she has 10 things. So we can click on that, and these are all, so when I do it, it has like 98 things listed. So I say, go to the little shopping bag icon, it'd be on the bottom left or bottom right. You click on that, you can scroll through all the things
Okay.
that I have listed, and you can see
I've never been a
everything.
customer.
And then if you want to see something, you just click a quick button, ask to show, and I'll see it on my end, and I can bring it up for you to see. That's what it is. And then it shows up in mine, it shows here, and it says over here, it's like, so it says, Super Stephanie is interested in item number 16. The first time that showed up, I was like, I have no idea what item number 16.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally was like, and then somebody in the chat was like, Ellen, it's this. I was like, oh, how did you know that? I like literally, like that's how little I knew, guys.
Right.
Like that's how little I knew. The people in the chat were helping me. And then, I mean, like seriously,
You would have needed to look at this screen, go down to 16 to know what it was.
I knew nothing
You
about
didn't know
this
about
screen.
your back office.
All I had was this, and I'm
Oh.
squinting, and I'm like trying to
I was
spell
like,
like
she didn't have this in front of me.
Right. Now I get it.
and I'm sitting with my table in front of me, my phone's all the way up here, and I'm trying to do all the things. It was pretty sad. Wow.
No. it's
I'm
great.
glad that those get deleted.
I promise you, some of those people have like a virtual person sitting off to the.
Oh,
side.
they do. Well, you can actually have somebody, so like Loretta could be my moderator at her house,
Yeah,
and she can be
yeah.
running things at her house, in the background. But I don't have that. I mean, I'm just like.
Right.
So do you feel like you need your cell phone and your laptop?
Yes.
Yeah, she does. She told us yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, it helps a lot. It doesn't have to be, I mean, it can be another device, I mean, it could be a whatever, but I find, so the Seller Center looks very different on a device as it does on a laptop, very different. Because that was the other thing, somebody was asking about violations and where you find those, hold on. So the violations, and this was something I was talking to, Jessica about it, Outhouse. I was talking to Jessica about it. What are you doing, Loretta?
Don't worry.
No. I was talking to Jessica about it, and we were talking on the phone one day, and then all of a sudden, like as we we're talking, it comes out that she's been doing everything from her phone, and I was like, oh my god, girl, get on your laptop. I was like, and she went on her laptop, she goes, oh my gosh, I did not see any of this.
Oh.
So you can go into account health, And you can look at like all the stuff and see where you're at with your account health. Oh, wow, I jumped up. Look at me. Yeah. Right. So you can see where you've had violations and things along those lines. So so that's why I've jumped, because I haven't had any violations. in the last
Where do you
month.
see that you jump?
Under account, account.
She knows her previous.
I know what my previous numbers were. My numbers were down here.
Okay.
So this is what you kind of are looking at. You're wanting to look. So you're wanting to, so this is a major jump for me. Like I was down, like I've been down like huge. And I've been working on it really steadily. So but in shop health, I'm looking for violations. I don't have any right now, but it'll tell me where you have violations. But here's one that I do, one that's left over from it. And so it says needs attention over here. And so these are some that I had. And so this was frozen by the platform. So technically I'm not allowed to list these things.
Why?
Because I got a trademark violation and I couldn't correct it. And I tried correcting it so many times and they finally were like, this is frozen.
So you're doomed to never show these products again.
Well, I can't fix these listings, but I relisted them
I was
for
gonna say
something
you
else.
relisted.
Oh, okay.
These two I did, these I was just like, forget it, I'm done with you.
You just delete them?
Not me. I can't delete this back here, it doesn't matter, nobody sees this.
Okay.
I wish I could make it go away, because I don't wanna look at it.
This is all part of shop.
Yes, yeah, but you were asking about somebody asked about like deleting, I don't delete listings, I deactivate them.
Oh.
So these are all my listings, so like I've got like 130, but I can see sold out items, and so I click on that, and then like these I sold out of, and so I'm just gonna deactivate it. And that just takes it out of my shop. I don't want to delete it because I might buy more of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't want to redo
Right.
the listing.
Right.
Now you cannot, and this is a newer thing that they came out with. I mean, look, there's this I'm deactivating because I'm not getting any more of those in. They're gone. They gone. So I'm deleting that.
You never get them back.
So so you can't so here's something that I was doing, and then they just recently said you can't do it. Was, for example, I don't have a good example here, but so for example, I had like Cervaliers. So I had Cervaliers, I had Cervaliers back in like January, February, and it was before they came out with the plethora of Cervaliers we've had over the last 3 months. And so I had Cervaliers back in January, February, and so it was like the little Cervaliers, the 1 1/4, and and so I had those, and so I had deactivated them. So then they came out with more Cervaliers, but they weren't the same sizes, right? So, but it was Cervaliers, so I was just like, oh, it was a 5-piece set. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to take that listing and I'm just going to tweak it and change the images out. It's a Cervalier, so I'm just going to tweak it. And so I did that and I relisted it, right? Well, that was fine, but then recently they came out and said that you really can't do that anymore because I changed the listing so much. Now, if it had been the same size Cervalier and it just was a different color, I probably could do that, but because it was a whole different set of bowls, I couldn't, because it has buyer history on it. So it says that X amount of those sets were sold. So when people go to buy and it says, like, if you look in my TikTok shop, it'll say 33 sets of these have been sold, right? And people are like, well, damn, 33 people bought these. I'm like, 50, right? Well, I wasn't thinking of it as manipulating people's purchases. I was thinking, I don't have to make another I wasn't thinking of it that way, but apparently people were. And so
Was it saying it's a new listing?
no, I don't know, but I know that like sometimes like followers will. I know sometimes followers will get notification when I add stuff to the shop, because I get notifications that like a store you follow has
Right.
So I mean, so I think people get that notification. I would assume. So yeah.
Is yours also like things I purchased making? There's like 3 left. So I had to make a decision, it's like, oh God, I really like it.
Right.
I gotta go.
Right.
So does yours do that too, where?
Does it say that there are 3 left? I don't know. Can you guys see that?
It does say low stock.
Does it?
I saw
Oh,
it
what
on
you're-
Yeah.
On my live?
Well, I went to your TikTok shop a few minutes ago and looked at your stuff while you're not even live.
And it says low stock.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so how do you find the shop?
You just go,
Like, you sold 48 sets of salt and pepper shakers.
yeah, that's probably true.
Be amazing.
Yeah. How, like, cause you know her shop name?
Yeah, it
It
was
was on
on
my
her thing.
profile.
Is that
Just go on my
TikTok
profile.
App itself, you
Yeah.
found it?
I just went on TikTok and looked at it.
Yeah.
Oh, fine, right here, search.
Yeah, so it says, so that's where people, I guess, were manipulated, like, and I understand that, but that wasn't for my intention. Like,
I'm going
well,
to
so, and you
To
can
the old
see,
fondue pot, because I'm sure you're low stock on that. to
oh
see
my
if it says
god,
low stock.
girl, I need that. Yeah, but that's it. I mean, like top sellers, you could see people. So I would go to other people's TikTok shops, and I'm like, let me see what they're selling. And
Right.
so then I'm like, all right, I want to try and get some of those in my shop. So yes, this is very true. I mean, like measuring cups and spoons, Piccadilly's, hello. Yeah, all of this and Dotables, Fridge Marts, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sandwich keepers, I don't know why, 27, okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, why is, is that not listed as?
Oh, yeah, 16 sold, 4 sold. 5 sold.
The difference between buy and that ads
Yeah.
card is just like adding to cart and buy now, like.
Well,
you
well,
like
the
use
ones
the
that
card,
one.
yeah.
No, I started.
I started. Girl.
I can actually,
The one works.
Negative
I can sort by new releases. These are the new.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
I know,
those
I
are
remember
those
this
things
spot-
that come in.
That's
You
what I
can
was-
just tell her, you know, if
Yeah.
you don't want it.
What?
Oh, I see.
And I can,
It's
I
just the
can
background.
also
Or picture of aqua.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Price.
But that would,
Yeah.
bestsellers,
Nice.
price, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's amazing. She had those two different
Alright,
colors.
TikTok or whatever.
Right, but I wanna know.
I'm not on
You see
TikTok
me
at all.
I wanted to know whether or not this was a template that she did this.
Oh, that is something I wanted. That's why it's one sold.
She's almost so done.
What's that?
Okay. That was like prize for, you know.
I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
It's
What is it? That Crafton box.
Oh, I saw those getting carried.
You know, you press 5.
Like I,
Oh, it's just having a line.
Okay, let's see what it looks like.
I'm not actually buying anything, I just added stuff to the cart, sorry.
so I can't,
I don't see that.
Yeah.
I see it on my live. I see it on my live.
I can't shop multiple shops,
Can't pull.
right? I mean, I'm
Okay.
gonna only shop her shop, but
Don't roll down.
That's
or-
fine.
I had
can
to
do
take my card forever from,
Yeah,
I was in Alan Lewis's site
Stock.
and it was that he had.
What is that?
Alan
Like
Lewis
the actual
together.
bells, they're saying.
And then, I got,
Just like a cute-
you sound shop like,
Or do that, just want to exit out of that, but.
You need help pressing that thing. Here. There you go. Now you can get out. Okay,
My cart in the.
so yeah, let's see the part of it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you press. So yeah, you can just delete it.
Oh,
That's what
gosh.
it looks like. Let's see how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's shipping.
They put it off.
Yep. Let's see that now.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you're
Yeah.
following?
Yeah.
Now. Oh, we're very close.
Like,